Hi, it's Hans at happierman.com. Today's topic is family first within reason. Well, it's a Sunday late morning, mid-morning. It's almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm heading up to see my mom. It's a winter day. It's February here in the Midwest where I live, and it's a nice day. It's not snowing. It's really not that cold. It's like a beautiful winter day. What we in the Midwest would call a beautiful winter day, sunny. And anyway, I'm going up to visit my mom today. It's about an hour drive for me, which is nice. An hour drive there, spend some time, come back. I won't be exhausted for my work week tomorrow. May even be able to do some things around the house tonight. But what I'm talking about is family first within reason. Obviously, you come from a family, and you like to maintain those family ties. They get together as at the normal times and as you can, and when the time is right within reason. Meaning, if it was snowing today, I wouldn't be going. If it was well below zero, I wouldn't be going. If I was sick and run down and I had all kinds of other things to do, I wouldn't be going. See what I mean? I've tried to build into my schedule going to visit my mom as much as I can in a reasonable amount. I want to make sure that she's fine. I want to socialize with her. She's going to be 80 years old here in a few weeks. So, who knows? I just got word from a friend of mine, one of his wife's uncles, just dying at 69. So, there's no guarantee that people live to 100, right? Even though you see that in the news, right? We're all gaining in length of age. I don't really think so. I think we're all gonna go at our normal time when your time is up. So you might as well enjoy it now. But getting back to the family first. Seeing my mom. My sister's going to go up there today, too. So I'll see her. And I saw my sister last weekend. We went out for lunch at a real nice spot and had a nice chat and enjoyed that. And then I went and saw my kids. Both kids. We have two adult children. And they live in the city where I used to live. And I moved to a new city. And they're still in that old city where they grew up and where I used to live, and that's about an hour and a quarter, hour and a half drive from me. But I went over there for to see them. I took them out for dinner. We had a great time, great talk. Everybody is doing really well. And in that case, though, it was kind of a snowy night on the way back, and I had to kind of suffer on the drive home. It was a tough drive, but I've got my truck, so I made it fine. I was just kind of beat in the next few days. So family first, right? Today my mom and my sister, last week my kids, the weekend before my sister. Trying to maintain those family ties. I know my dad would be happy with this because he liked all this getting together too. And of course he's gone. He died 6 years ago. It's kind of his anniversary of his death 6 years ago, which is kind of the reason I want to go see my mom today. So yeah, we've had this gigantic hole in our lives with my mom's husband being gone, and he was what they call a really powerful influence in our lives for the good. So I miss that. But that doesn't mean I still don't want to get together with the rest of them and make sure everybody's doing fine. I'm the oldest son, so I'm kind of on the hook for some of these things my dad would used to do, which is, it's kind of an enormous responsibility to do some of those things. Now, truthfully, some of the things that he could do for the family, I'm not going to be able to do, or I'll do it in my way, but I'm going to help, and try to influence things positively. We've had some hard luck in the family with one of the people in it. She's struggling, but I think she's seeming to make a little progress. I just like to keep things positive. And so when I talk about getting back to the family first within reason, I'm seeing my family. I'm getting together with them. I'm checking up on my kids. I'm checking up on my mother. I'm checking on my sister. Checking with my brother. Do what I can to help. But within reason. My life is first. How do I help them if my life is out of control? You know, when I was married, my family was my wife and my kids. But things were like so out of control, I had nothing really to give to my parents or my brother, my sister, my niece. And I really wasn't even that great of a father either. I was just trying to survive the wrath of my wife, deal with this out of control person, and then by trying to deal with an out of control person like her, made my life out of control, and I went down, and wasn't really able to do much for anybody except survive. And certainly wasn't thriving. I would call what I'm doing now thriving at an extremely high level, and I'm so happy to be doing so. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because this is possible for you if you get the right mindset. You might want to get onto my website at happierman.com, start looking around. There's lots of information there, all designed to help you learn from some of the mistakes I've made and some of the good things I've learned. And I share other good information from other sources as I find it. So within reason, well, if my mother wasn't so kind and nice and sweet and dear to me, I wouldn't go and visit her. No way, right? If she was a real pill and liked to criticize, give me a hard time, I wouldn't be going to visit her. That's the reason part. Just because their family doesn't give them the right to make your life bad. That's the reason. Within reason. Now you may feel, some people have the ability to just say, cut, that's it. I'm 18, mom and dad, I'm out. You made my life pretty darn bad as a teenager. I'm not gonna come back and visit you. Or if I do come back, it'll be on my terms, once a year, once every other year, or maybe every 10 years. I've told my kids that, they, with their mother, you gotta, not so much. Don't, and they do that. They're very limited, short visits, infrequent. Just that's kind of the better model. Short visits, infrequent, if you can't totally pull away from a bad family relationship. You don't owe, get this idea straight, you don't owe anybody anything. If people can't be decent and kind and nice to you, you don't want them in your life. So that's where the family comes in. If your family is sweet, kind, decent, loving, happy to see you, easy on you, well, then go ahead, visit them, enjoy them, spend time with them, help them, do all of that. But if they're not, tough. You'll have to end that relationship or seriously cut it back. All for now.